Anti-Semitism is surging worldwide. It's especially bad on U.S. college campuses, where anti-Israel protests have spun out of control. Now a movement is underway to reverse the trend by bringing American college students to Israel. Julie Stahl has the story.
Student leaders from top universities, including UCLA, Brandeis, Rutgers, Yale, and NYU, arrived to gain firsthand insight into the aftermath of October 7th.
So they can go back to campus more confident to refute the lies of genocide, the lies that Israel is a racist country, and educate and inspire other people to stand up for Israel and stand up against anti-Semitism.
They visited areas directly affected by the war along the Gaza border and in the Golan Heights, and Judea and Samaria, also known as the West Bank, which are at the forefront of the battle ahead.
The trip is very intense, and it's designed and planned and built with very much a lot of intention to really shake them, but also to give them the right information to be effective activists on campus.
Michael Eglash, co-founder of IsraelAmbassadors.com, a campus activist himself in the 1990s, says anti-Semitism was as much of a problem then as it is now.
Nothing has really changed. We just have social media, we have more media, and it's elevated and amplified.
The students come with different backgrounds and have had various experiences on their campuses. Even though many have Israeli relatives, the trip was still an eye-opener. Julia Schulman from Connecticut College says she's experienced anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism in her class curriculum and from the rhetoric of her professors. Her highlight was going through Judea and Samaria.
Going to the site and the land that people are disputing and talking about was extremely eye-opening for me. We talked to people who actually live there in Jewish communities. It was very impactful. I think I'm going to use a lot of the knowledge that I've learned and the experiences that I've learned from that day going back to campus.
Another highlight included biblical Shiloh, where archaeologists have uncovered many ancient treasures.
Just seeing the historical roots of the Jewish people in the land gave me a lot of very empowering and gave me a lot of firsthand knowledge and experience that is really undisputed. You can't dispute the ruins that you find when you dig up in the land of Shiloh.
Virginia Tech student Yoav Kelter says there's a very small Jewish group facing a large Arabic and Muslim population at his school, driving the point home about Israel even more.
We have to just be more confident, be strong, just like Israel in the Middle East is surrounded by all of these Arabic countries, and all these times in the past we faced hardships and we faced all of them attacking us at once. Even if I'm one voice and they're 100, I can still be louder than all of them.
While in Israel, Yoav enjoyed meeting people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, and cultures.
Being able to go back to my campus and seeing I've talked to all these different people and I've learned all these different things. You've only seen videos online, who are you to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about?
Oregon State senior Yael Reich says life was normal for her at school until October 7th.
I've been called a Nazi on campus. I was tabling for October 7th this year, to bring the hostages home. I was giving flowers out on campus, and people came up to me and called me a Nazi.
She had never been to biblical Judea and Samaria, and something she saw in Jerusalem had a message she wants to convey.
I saw specifically a banner when we were outside of President Herzog's house that said, "All we want is to give peace a chance." And I think I just want to relay that message to people at home, or just tell them to listen to the stories and listen to people.
Dan Garniak from UC Santa Barbara says he's encountered pro-Palestinian protests and blatant anti-Semitic incidents, especially if they hear him speaking Hebrew.
You can't really defeat anti-Semitism. What you can do is build yourself up, be strong, and be able to take care of it.
Visiting Kibbutz Be'eri, one of the hardest hit communities on October 7th, gave him new insight.
It was a very difficult experience, seeing all the burnt houses and hearing all the stories. And I gained so many new perspectives during this trip, and I feel like I'm truly ready to come back to campus and fight the anti-Semitism.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, I know it's a life-changing experience for all of those students going to Israel. It was definitely a life-changing experience for me, and I could say that for every single trip. Ashley, you were there. You were in the Gaza envelope. What was it like for you?
Yeah, so I actually went this past October, and it was just extremely eye-opening. I went to Kfar Aza and Kfar Aza and Kibbutz Nerim, and I saw firsthand with my own eyes the younger generation housing of Kfar Aza, which was unfortunately one of the hardest hit areas of that because it was closest to the border of Gaza. And you can literally see Gaza with your own eyes. And it was just devastating to hear the stories. And I mean, just to see the burnt houses, you know, some of the bodies burnt, you know, they don't even have the bodies for burial, some of those people. And most of them were my generation and younger, 20s, 30s. And it was extremely eye-opening. And I think it's really amazing that this is happening, that young people from these college campuses are going and able to see firsthand what is happening, because unfortunately with the Free Palestine movement, so many people are fed lies that October 7th didn't even happen, or that it was fake news, or it wasn't that bad. And it's like, when you see the numbers, when you see what happened at the Nova Music Festival site, which I also saw, I talked to a survivor. It's crazy, it's absurd. And so I'm just really happy to hear that these universities are sending young individuals to see firsthand so that they can combat anti-Semitism, number one, but can combat just the lies that are being spread around social media, especially amongst the younger generation with the Free Palestine movement. So.
Well, I encourage you to get involved. There's a lot of different ways you can support that wonderful group that was, we just did the profile of. CBN Israel is sponsoring a group of Regent students to go. We want to expand that out so that Christian universities, and then we want to open it even further depending on the success of the program. But it's a life-changing experience. So if you can encourage people to go to Israel, if you can go to Israel, I guarantee you won't view the Bible the same way, and you definitely won't view Israel.
Yeah.
You'll understand what the struggle is all about, and you'll be able to resist all the current propaganda.
Yeah, absolutely.